You either win or lose a customer, i.e. you win or lose money, in the back office, inside the OSS BSS environment, because that's where you make the mistakes or you do it right. That's where you make sure that the invoice is correct. That's where you make sure that the customer indeed gets the content he has requested within an acceptable time frame. That is the area where the customer calls to and gets a qualified person on the line to help him with a set-top box problem, which happens all the time, of course. And that's all in the OSS BSS customer care environment. So, although I'm quite aware of the fact that the OSS BSS area environment is not very sexy. I mean, God, we're talking about finance and administration more or less, who cares? Well, I have to agree that it's not very sexy, but it is the side where you win or lose money in the end. If you look at the interesting integration challenges that quite a few cable companies have had over the past years and still will have in the near future, integrating several networks. The marketing is a lot of fun because you invent a new name and you get some actors and you have a new nice marketing campaign, lots of fun. But in the end you do promise, as a CEO and IT management, etc., you do promise that within 3 or 6 months time the customer will get, without a problem, a correct invoice with the new logo on it. Well, the new logo costs a hell of a lot of money as well, but try to get that system working is well, it takes 12 to 24 months if you look at the past. If you look at some larger cable companies that have integrated, it has taken them a year or more before they properly had things up and running in their back office. And they obviously lost a lot of money, a lot of customers, very high churn because of that. Now, if you look at that challenge before you start integrating, before you start as a CEO putting down milestones and saying, well, I'm going to do that, with nice big words, etc., and applause from all the people around them, before you actually do that, sit back and think, what is the effect on the area where in the end I'm going to lose and make money, i.e. your back office. And you really start with an integration platform like we have, and we've done it before, so we know what it's like and we know where the big wins are. Then you can actually say that indeed within the 6 or 9 months we will have the integration running. It might still not be perfect because you still have legacy systems, of course. I mean, our solutions and our way of thinking, we're not miracle makers, although we like a good challenge and respect, but it will prevent you to make the most silly mistakes on the integration side.
Functionality like Premium VOD has actually proved very difficult to sell for all kinds of reasons. How much can the flexibility of your system in terms of things like marketing and price changes help the content provider?
A while ago I mentioned the Monday morning meetings, when we sit together with all the people involved. Let us say if you have the Monday morning meetings properly organized, those kind of changes, new VOD system, new movies, new pricing structures, a promotion, etc., is a matter of days before you have it up and running. What actually works is only a question of minutes, because if you structure it correctly, the only thing you have to do is to fill in the field with the new prices. But of course you have to think a little bit about what the effect in the whole workflow is, of course. I mean, price changes can be rather sensitive in the whole invoicing structure, etc. So you have to think about it some more. But the actual work is only minutes, and the discussions around it shouldn't take more than a couple of days before you have it well organized and up and running, instead of the weeks or months it takes now.
So integration with other systems that the provider needs to have running, like CA and DRM, is completely transparent to your integration.
Oh yes, totally. The only thing we've integrated with most of the major CA and DRM suppliers already. The only thing we are interested in is to have the smart card in case of a standard CA system, smart card number, and we should be able to activate the services that goes through the CA system. Obviously, I mean, if you have a basic package and a standard package plus sports package, etc., those are services you should be able to activate through the CA system. If we have that kind of data, and we have the database of the smart card numbers, that's all we need. As long as you have a unique number we can provision it, whether it's VoIP, ISP, broadband, or our traditional broadcast arena.
IP, which is becoming, the kind of ubiquitous transport, presents lots of opportunities for interactivity and monetization through things like micropayments or targeted advertising. I mean, how important is the OSS BSS function in facilitating these services?
Well, from my point of view, crucial, because you can think of a great micropayment things, great cross-advertising things. You can think of many things, but if you do not have the correct information out of that huge bulk of data, then all your efforts, might as well throw them in the drain straight away. So OSS BSS is essential in order to provide the correct data, but I should say the correct information, which is derived from the big amount of data, and it should be able to support any new payment structures or whatever that they think of.
Knowing as an operator, this is information that I want to use in that sort of way.
Yes, the interesting thing is the database structure, the one we have. As I said, it's a standard Oracle database. The trick is, of course, to build the right data formats into that database. Now, you shouldn't be. You should look at it from a distance and indeed look forward a couple of years what you might want to do with data. So initially, you might want to log more data than you expect to need on the short and mid-term. I mean, it is a database, so the more data you have, just throw it in there. It's there for free. Well, any database costs money, obviously, but relatively free. So anything. I mean, we haven't come up with any strange requests yet. So it's still the standard kind of customer data and then service packages, etc. we are putting into the database, but it could be anything.
So the need for these kind of services and to develop this kind of customer information is going to expand in a world where there are over-the-top services. I mean, how do you see those kind of content providers being serviced by OSS BSS?
I think we will see some nice discussions going on to the OTT content owners, the aggregators, and in the end the SP, ISP, or network provider. From my point of view, it is a mixture, because it is in the end the network operator or the SP, the service provider, who will do the last bit of distribution or activation. I think, not sure yet, but I think that it seems logical that the service provider will be in control of the box in the end. So his OSS BSS is obviously an important chain. On the other hand, I can imagine that there will be content providers that want to control their content all the way down to the box. And then you will have interesting discussion whose OSS BSS is leading. That'll be fun. From our perspective, it is just another service, just another bit of data we have to log, just another bit of data we have to put into a report and report back. I can imagine that you have on a monthly basis the OSS BSS reporting to the specific service provider on the usage of their content, and the service provider doing the same from their point of view, and then just match the information. And we can do that through the integration platform, because that's what it's there for.